Hey guys, welcome to my kingdom. If you like my content, please consider supporting me. Link in the description below, guys.
Released in 1995 during the golden age of the Disney Renaissance, Pocahontas marked a turning point in the studio storytelling. Unlike fairy tales filled with castles and magic spells, this film dared to tell a story grounded in history, a tale inspired by real events, real people, and a deep spiritual connection to nature. Set in the early 1600s, the film follows Pocahontas, a young Powhatan woman whose courage and compassion bridge two worlds, the untamed beauty of her homeland and the arrival of English settlers led by Captain John Smith. The movie became a visual poem, a celebration of nature, love, and understanding, but also a reflection on conflict, identity, and change. With its breathtaking animation, unforgettable songs like Colors of the Wind, and emotional depth, Pocahontas remains one of Disney's most profound and misunderstood works, a film that sought harmony between myth and truth. But behind the flowing rivers, the spiritual winds, and the whispering trees lies a treasure trove of untold details. So today, in this episode of Fedrick Fantasy Kingdom, we'll dive deep into 10 fascinating facts about Pocahontas, exploring the secrets, the artistry, and the legacy behind this iconic Disney classic. Pocahontas stands as a landmark figure in Disney history, the first Native American protagonist ever created by the studio. Her heritage stems from the real-life Powhatan Nation, a confederation of tribes that once lived along the rivers and forests of what is now Virginia. Unlike most of her Disney predecessors, Pocahontas's strength doesn't come from magic or royalty, it comes from wisdom, empathy, and a spiritual bond with the natural world. Her presence opened a new era for Disney heroines, one where cultural identity, moral conviction, and inner peace replaced tiaras and glass slippers. While the film calls her a princess, historically Pocahontas was not royalty in the European sense. The Powhatan people didn't have monarchies, their leaders were chosen, not inherited. After her father's death, power would have passed not to her, but to his brother, Pocahontas. Her title as princess was purely symbolic, a way for audiences to understand her importance in her people's culture. This choice highlights Disney's attempt to merge Western storytelling with indigenous traditions, portraying Pocahontas as both a cultural ambassador and a moral leader, a bridge between two worlds rather than a ruler of one. Pocahontas is one of the few Disney protagonists inspired by a real historical figure. Born Matoka, the young Powhatan girl became a symbol of peace between her tribe and the English colonists. Disney reimagined her story through a romantic and idealized lens, transforming a complex history into a universal fable about love and coexistence. Alongside Mulan and Tiana, Pocahontas belongs to a rare group of Disney heroines who stand at the crossroads of legend and history. Her story doesn't begin with once upon a time, but with truth, shaped into art, music, and emotion that transcends centuries. The emotional power of Pocahontas owes much to Irene Bedard, the actress who gave voice, movement, and soul to the character. Bedard, herself of Native American heritage, brought a quiet strength and authenticity that defined Pocahontas's character. Years later, fate brought her full circle. She portrayed Pocahontas's mother in Terrence Malick's The New World 2005, a live-action historical drama that explored the same story through a more realistic lens. Her connection to the role proves that sometimes a character can transcend fiction and touch something eternal, the spirit of a people and the voice of a legacy. The earliest designs of Pocahontas looked drastically different. In pre-production artwork, she resembled Tiger Lily from Peter Pan, youthful, almost childlike, with wide eyes and a playful demeanor. But the creative team, led by animator Glenn Keane, decided to take a different path. They reimagined Pocahontas as a mature and grounded young woman, graceful, composed, and spiritual, a figure of wisdom rather than innocence. This decision transformed the movie from a lighthearted adventure into something far more emotional and poetic, with Pocahontas herself at the heart of its depth. In Pocahontas 2, Disney introduced John Rolfe as Pocahontas's new love interest, reflecting her historical marriage. However, within Disney canon, including the official Disney Princess franchise, John Smith remains her recognized partner. The studio chose to preserve the romantic ideal from the first film, treating it as the definitive version of her legend. While history tells of loss, politics, and distance, Disney's version immortalizes the idea of love as understanding, the union not of bodies, but of souls and beliefs. The truth, of course, is more complicated. After John Smith returned to England, Pocahontas married Pocahontas, a warrior of her tribe, but their relationship was short-lived. Later, she was captured by the English, converted to Christianity, and eventually married John Rolfe, with whom she traveled to England, where she tragically died at the age of 21. Disney chose not to depict this darker ending, instead offering an optimistic vision that honors her spirit rather than her fate, a story about reconciliation, not tragedy. Pocahontas is the only Disney princess who wears a single outfit throughout her entire film. Her tan deerskin dress and turquoise necklace became iconic symbols of purity and unity with nature. Even her tattoo, a small tribal marking on her right arm, carries meaning, representing identity, strength, and connection to her ancestry. In contrast to the extravagance of other Disney heroines, Pocahontas' simple attire tells its own story, one of humility, respect, and harmony with the world around her. Unlike many Disney stories where the prince rescues the princess, Pocahontas reverses the roles. In one of the film's most emotional scenes, Pocahontas throws herself between John Smith and her father to stop the execution, choosing peace over vengeance. It's a defining moment, not just of courage, but of moral strength. She becomes the second Disney princess to rescue her love interest, after Ariel from The Little Mermaid, solidifying her legacy as a heroine guided not by fear, but by compassion and conscience. Beyond its romance and adventure, Pocahontas stands as one of Disney's most spiritual films. The animation team used natural motifs, wind, water, trees, and light, to represent Pocahontas' dialogue with the world. Grandmother Willow symbolizes ancestral wisdom, while the dancing leaves of colors of the wind illustrate the invisible connections that bind all living things. In Ralph Breaks the Internet, Pocahontas made her first CGI appearance, reminding new generations of her timeless message, that the world is alive, that nature speaks, and that harmony begins with understanding. More than a love story, Pocahontas is a meditation on empathy, destiny, and freedom. It teaches that true strength lies not in conquest, but in the ability to listen, to the wind, to the earth, and to each other. Pocahontas remains one of Disney's most introspective and courageous heroines, not a princess bound by tradition, but a symbol of unity, wisdom, and the eternal dance between man and nature. Welcome back to Fedrick Fantasy Kingdom.